Hi guys, welcome back to Dr. Shrivara's Spring 2019 anime reviews. Let's talk about the sci-fi comedy Robihachi today. Robihachi is like to put Tiger and Bunny, Space Dandy, and Cowboy Bebop in a blender. Watch ahead as I break down my impressions of episode 1 with example footage of Robihachi with my review score at the end. Here's a brief synopsis of Robbie Hatch. Robbie's life has been plagued with misfortune. Every investment has fallen through, and now he's up to his eyeballs in debt. In a last ditch attempt to find his fortune, he charts a course towards Isakandar, a planet where your dreams supposedly come true. Fortunately for him, the debt collector on his heels switches sides in hopes that Robbie will show him a life full of the unexpected. Which is to say, in accessible terms, this is a brightly colored space comedy about a womanizing loser mashed up with an opposite attract co star and a lingering sense that the writers are throwing things at the wall to see what will stick. As much as I want to believe in the potential here, I'm not entirely sure it knows what it's doing. The setting is certainly bursting with creativity. Every scene is crowded with strange characters and eye catching background details, almost to the point of being overwhelming. It's a world in love with its own weirdness, but in a way that invites the viewer to come along for the ride rather than feeling lofty and smug. The character designs are unique, and I'm an absolute sucker for fun stories starring adult characters. Unfortunately, Robbie kind of sucks. The show has enough characters drag him for his failings that it seems like he'll grow out of the womanizing and chronic dickery, but in the meantime, he's more than a little grating. Part of that is due to the fact that his shortcomings mean all of the women in this episode are essentially window dressing. The larger issue, though, is that Robbie's bad luck is hard to sympathize with once it's revealed he ran away from his rich family as a teenager. Not because they abused him or anything, they just crammed him style or something. Also, his rundown apartment looks ridiculous. That presumable safety net turns Robbie from being a stressed out adult scrabbling to keep body and soul together into an irresponsible man baby who blames his bad decision on bad fortune. Whether the show ends up being any good will rest heavily on whether it understands this distinction. The other part of the titular duo, Hachi, is especially broadly sketched. A fastidious super genius, he's struck starry eyed by Robbie's devil may care attitude and throws himself into Robbie's quest by episode's end. He's not bad, but he's also a little wooden. His response is already completely predictable. But then, perhaps, that's because the first half of the episode is a little clunkily extended lunch date in which the two, met by happenstance leads, explain their philosophies to one another. There's a frantic quality to the writing here, as if the show is brandishly jazz hands at me with a rictus grin and sweat dripping down its face. I'm coming down hard on what were essentially pretty annoyances. I'm also not wild about the fact that the mafia boss chasing Robbie has an undercut, which seems to be anime's new pet form of queer coding. If his copious lip licking is any indicator, yeah. But that's because I can see the potential for a really excellent series buried in here. The bleeding enthusiasm of the artist could lend itself well to the extremely memorable episodic adventures, and if the writing actually forces its characters to deepen and mature, then this could be a very satisfying adventure series. I'm at least willing to give it a few episodes to see if it can start finding itself, though the entire formula at the end of somewhat like a Power Rangers kind of thing, literally the Power Rangers power suit has a mustache. Yeah, just hopefully Funimation does something about those titles because they are hurting my eyes against the extremely bright art. Anyways, guys, this is my take on Robihachi episode 1. I'd like to recommend you guys to watch at least 3 episodes before deciding it to not continue watching it. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10 just for the fun factor. Thank you guys for watching. Do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is Dr. Shrivara again, signing out.